Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Amen Acres Homestead. My name is John, and we're going to go through this video, and I'm going to show you how I made this wall. After I took down the old drywall, I cut these 2x6s to reinforce the wall. I placed the 2x6s at the places that I wanted to put the pipe to hang the cast iron pans. Cast iron being heavy like it is, I wanted as much bracing as I could get. Okay, on this part of the video, I'm going to kind of show you, I make my own natural stains. I use some other, but I like these natural stains. It's a very simple recipe. It's just vinegar and steel wool. And if you take and just, I'm going to kind of show you on this one, if you just use the vinegar and steel wool, you'll get what you call a red color here. and it'll keep turning. The more you put on it, the more it'll turn darker and darker and red. And then on this one, and then one of the variations you can do is use just regular tea or even coffee and cover the wood. As you can see, I just kind of put a light coating on it. And then I come right behind it with that same vinegar and steel wool mixture and cover it over the top of that. And it usually takes off pretty quick, but also note the longer the stuff sets, a little more darker in color it's going to get. As you can see on this one, it's already turning kind of a, as you can see on this one here, it's already turning kind of a light gray. Get around the stuff. Maybe a little hard to see. I hope you guys can kind of tell the difference. You can really tell the difference right here. See how it's kind of, that's the natural, and that's where it's starting to turn gray. And as this dries, it'll even get more and more and more gray. So that's how I kind of stain some of my stuff. This is for this wall that I'm getting ready to do. If you really want to have fun, you just kind of put it on real light and come back. You can kind of wipe it off real quick and it'll turn gray, but it'll turn white. Now this ends up being more what people are calling weathered wood, because it'll be more of a gray color. This is more the red rustic wood. As you can see, it's already turning a whole lot darker than it was at the first. And I'll go back every once in a while and touch up spots like I missed right here. I'll make sure and touch that up. And so I'm going to get these stained, and then I'm going to come back to you when they're all stained and kind of show you the end works. I wanted to bring you in on this last one and kind of show you the techniques I'm using. Since this is a liquid and natural, you're actually putting more on than what you would do with regular stains because you want it to soak in. What it's doing is the steel wool and the vinegar is causing an oxidation, like a rust. That's what's getting color, which would turn it red. And then and I believe I'm saying this right, the tannins that's in the tea is actually what gives us the gray color. So I'm going to bring you in close. I'm also using two different little cheap brushes to try to keep it separate. Some that I wanted this red, and some of it that I want gray. Now, as you can kind of hopefully see, I don't know if you can see it or not, when I start putting that tea on there, you can tell it's a lot on there and it's kind of running, but that's what you want. Make sure you cover everything. You can kind of really see that difference right here. It starts turning gray already. Let this on there and kind of let it soak in. Then I'm going to try to cover it lightly with the vinegar to get the gray, but that vinegar will actually make it penetrate and actually ages the wood. You can do this with different color paints. A lot of people do it that way. It looks good, but I kind of like this. It's all natural, especially since this is going on the kitchen wall, and it lasts. I've got a living room wall. If I can remember, I'll put a picture right here. That wall has been done for 3 years now, and the colors are still going there. And by the way, if you looked real close, there was a couple of them in there that were almost black. I did that by finding some walnuts and getting the shells while they were still pretty green. And all I did was put it in some water and boil it and bring out that black. Let that just sit. I let it sit for almost 2 weeks. I was trying a little different way than what I've seen other people doing to see if it'd work. And then I just let that thing sit for a little while. And I didn't put a whole lot of water. I just put a little enough in there to kind of get it to start working. And then I strained all those shells out, because I kind of crushed them as best I could. And put a little vinegar in, not much. Helps set it. And put it on there, and I was quite impressed. It, as you can see, it got real dark. Now see, I'm coming back over and just kind of real quickly putting a little bit of vinegar. Now, see how quick that started changing it? And it's going to actually put in different colors too with the grains. As you can see, the softer grains going to be gray, and those going to be a little bit more of a red. It gives it more color, I believe. So here is what I have decided to use for my hangers, the pipe and everything. I will use one of these mounts, put the screws to the wall. I'm going to come off and put one of those on each side and use a short nipple to go between. And I'll run those down. I don't think you need much more than that. And then I can put my elbow on there. And then I can screw the black iron pipe to that. And that way it sits about 2 or so inches off the wall. I also went to Walmart. I was able to find these. Get one of these out of here. They call them S-shaped shower hooks, but I can hang that on there. And if I have to, I can bend this out a little bit, hook the cast iron right on there, and hang them off of there. I'm going to get these together and then we'll put them on the wall. So I know that I'm going to end up with about a 1-inch trim piece here and a 1-inch wide trim piece against this wall. Taking that, dividing it and kind of trying to find the spacing between the two to start setting up. So I'm going to take and use a pencil. Make me some light marks on this. Take my measurement between those. Approximately 3/4 of an inch. And I put that edge of that piece right there. So there's what it looked like after I got it together. Good little device that I figured out. As you turn these, you want to turn them and make sure it sits level. If you get these turned a little bit crooked, it'll be sitting, one side will be sitting out like that and the other one's level. I got some marks right here to show me where I put my 2x6 so I can figure out how I want to set this. I think I'm going to set it right in there. Mark that hole. I just bought some coarse thread drywall screws that'll work real good to hold this. I want to get this one started. I want to leave it loose enough that it can turn like that. Take my level. And I can put it across here and get that where it's level. Make sure that your level's on the same areas. get it level. Temporary mark that one. Then I want to put my level back up here. And confirm I'm still good and level. And go ahead and tighten these screws up. Yep, stayed level. Alright, as you can see with those 2x6s, that thing's solid. So I will repeat this process. One goes up here, one more goes here, and then later on I'll put one lower. I'll bring you back whenever I get them done. Alright, there's 3 of them on there. Like I said, I've still got another one that I will put lower down here. Now, sits down here. Let's see if the pans will fit on there. So this is one of my wife's biggest ones. So as you can see, I'm going to have to bend those hooks just a little bit. Take 2 pairs of pliers and bend them out. It's pretty stout little metal, so that's good to know. I might have to get 2 pairs of big pliers. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, they'll hook right over that. And I may have to put this one on the lower end, which I was kind of planning on that anyway, because this is pretty long. There. That's how I'm going to do it. Just start hanging them all up there. We've got several different styles to hang up there. And so there you go, guys. I've got 3 of the bars on there. Still got the 4th one to go. Can't quite get far enough away to get a good shot. So I still have to do my trim boards on both sides. I've got a new smoke detector coming, and I'm changing out this socket, putting new style socket and cover and everything on it. So when I get all those parts and the trim boards on, I'll probably do another short video to show you the finished look of it. Well, thanks for following me along with me, guys, and doing this wall, and I hope that I give you lots of ideas and picked up some little tricks along the way, and just try them out at your house and just customize stuff that makes it feel more homey. I think it's like we're into the rustic, as I showed you the wall behind the TV, the wall that's in the kitchen there. So thank you for just sticking around, and I ask you to hit that big old like button down there, and please subscribe and follow our channel, and we hope that we bring a lot of good ideas, some relaxing times, and we just thank you, and do what you can where you're at and keep growing, guys. Thank you. God bless.